What's your favourite line, Will?
Oh, yeah. Nobody touched a minibar. It's a f***ing ripoff.
Is that off The Dictator? How did you know I was thinking that? Bro, I can't believe you knew I was thinking that. Oh my God.
Josh, get off your phone, man.
And welcome back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Season 2.
Where's Wide Angle?
He's hiding
It's over there. It's hiding in the back.
Okay. Hello, Wide Angle, and welcome.
Season
Instead of
2,
starting
Freedom
at
Fridays.
6:30? Yeah, I think so.
You guys excited?
I'm so excited.
Another season of this?
Yes.
Very keen.
pumped. Mhm.
I think the people loved it. I'd like to hope so.
My sister definitely loved it.
Oh, that's
She
nice.
keeps telling me.
My mum
Family
watches
support,
every
that's good.
episode.
Nice.
Yeah. It's been good. We're back. Season 2, everybody. Freedom Fridays. Season 1 was all about you getting to know us a bit better. The 3 co-founders behind Freedom Club. What can we say now? It's been a very long time since season 1 was filmed. The fastest growing, can we still say that? Or the most highly rated now?
The best.
The best. We'll
The
just
number
say that.
one. Number
Well,
one,
they're
yeah.
number 1 in e-commerce education company
Yeah.
in Australia and soon to be the world. We're getting there. Give us some time, all right? Might take some time, but we'll get there.
Worldwide, wide.
And we're back. Episode 1, season 2, and we're going to throw you straight into the deep end. And we're going to say, what does freedom actually mean to you guys?
Mm.
Getting all heartfelt from episode 1.
Straight into the heartfelt.
Straight to the heartfelt.
What does freedom mean to me?
Or funny.
Freedom to me, the ability to be able to do what I want to do and when I want to do it, and to be able to spend my time with the people I want to spend it with.
Any examples recently of a bit of that freedom?
Yes, I booked 3 hours before the flight left. I got a call and I decided to go to the Great Barrier Reef. And I got on my bike, drove there, got to the airport an hour and a half before the flight left, came back. Freedom.
Freedom. I like that. I like that.
Nice. When did you do that?
Last week.
Oh, you were at the Great Barrier Reef last week.
Yeah. It was
Cool.
so
I found
rushed
out
and last
yesterday
minute,
as well.
and I
It's
just
just
filmed
insane.
everything horizontal, so I didn't put anything on my story
Okay.
until today.
Wide Angle.
Okay.
How about you, Will? What's freedom to you?
Freedom. Okay. I mean, similar, being able to do anything I want at any given moment. I think freedom to me is very much financial as well. I feel like if you're not worried about finances, it really changes, I guess, what you can do with your life, where you're located, just how you spend your days. I can go to the gym when I want. Also, financially, I have the freedom to be able to support my family, help my family. Yeah, that's probably it. Finances.
They say the best thing about having money is not having to think about money.
Yeah.
'Cause it consumes so much of everyone's mind all the time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Look, and I'd love to sit here and say that I don't think about money and that it doesn't, constantly have me thinking about how do I make more. I don't think you ever escape that. And that was the fallacy I thought I believed early on, is that I'll get to 10K a month and then I'm stress-free. I never think about money again. And yes, to a degree, you don't think about the necessities or having to cover the bare essentials, but I still think about it all the time. Like, I'll be honest, it doesn't go away. So I guess the freedom more so for me was when I changed from agency to dropshipping, primarily a few years ago. Agency, I was selling mainly to US clients, getting up early mornings, staying up late because the time zone difference for Zoom calls. And then with dropshipping, I didn't have to do that anymore. So I remember when I stopped taking on agency clients and stopped doing calls with them, I was like, this feels like the most freedom I've had. I could wake up at 9. I could wake up at 6 if I wanted to. I could go to bed earlier if I wanted to. I didn't have to get up for the early calls, stay up for the late calls.
It's the freedom to sleep in.
I was going to say, you love a sleep in, don't you? Otherwise, you're
I don't
grumpy.
sleep in that much. Sleep's good. I love sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's what freedom means to us, amongst other things. But I think that's a good way to start episode 1, jumping into the real stuff. Now, crazy comments. Okay. It's been a while since season 1. We've got some crazy comments. People always hitting us with funny stuff in our comment sections. We make some funny ads. I guess we're roast worthy at times. But now we're going to talk about some funny ones. Josh, I know you've got some as well. Will, have a think. We've got some prepared, but is there any ones you've seen on your Instagram recently that have hit a bit harder than the rest? Otherwise, we can get it going because I've got some here.
Okay, you guys start and I'll think. I'll listen and think same time.
It is interesting to see how a person can be so like a man, yet look like a buff woman. Lol, probably the hair.
What?
This dude is as believable as Donald Trump. You know, everything they say is a lie and all they want is your money. You will not get anything out of this Gronk's course. It's all a scam and he's not fooling anyone. Would you believe this slimy dude with turkey teeth?
Hey, there is real teeth.
They're my real teeth.
So you got a teeth.
I had Invisalign.
You got a teeth comment, man. Welcome to the club, bro.
Yeah.
It's dark.
I haven't had one of those yet.
No.
Get there one day.
But there are a couple of funny ones.
That's a bit brutal, actually.
And you got called a gronk.
Yeah.
That's aggressive. Dude.
Definitely an Australian there for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. This one here, we've had some funny ones. This one here, his free course tries to upsell you. Nothing is free, and they're a scammer like the rest. We get this one a lot. Okay. And in our ads, we're always saying we're giving for free, which is something that most of the people in our industry don't do to begin with. Let's put that to the side. They just go straight for a pitch, is what it is. Game's the game. But with us, we decided to create something for free, give it out, show people what we're about, get them their first sale for free, all of that. And if they need more coaching and support, then the option is there. And I know this probably isn't a representation on how everyone feels, but just this one comment, I wanted to bring it up. Because just because you're selling something later for the people that put up their hand and want it or expressed interest in being held their hand through the entire process, that can't be free. Like, I wish I could help everyone one-on-one. I wish I could hold their hand through everything. Yeah. It would be extremely rewarding, I'm sure, to like walk hundreds, thousands of people through it. It's just not the reality. Like, we don't have the time, unfortunately, to do it for everyone. So I thought that was an interesting one. Scammer just like the rest. I'd hope that most people don't think we're just like the rest. And I guess it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It's the industry we're in.
I mean, I don't see why they didn't just join and then just make the decision themselves. They're so scared of being sold something. It's like the people that are sold, they want it, you know? So,
yeah,
people, fearful.
Oh, cool. My go.
Your go.
Okay, I can think of two. So one of my ads, the hook, I start with, please don't take this as arrogance. And like, I've had like 30 comments saying, seems pretty arrogant, bro. Now, why they're saying that is I was talking about X amount I was earning a month. And the reason I was doing that is to provide excitement and inspire people, not to flex. So yeah, a lot of people tore me up for that. Anyway, yeah. So that was pretty funny. I get it. But sometimes like to make people believe in what you do, you need to talk about numbers. So it's like,
yeah.
So anyway, so that one, what's been another one? I had another one on my mind, but I forgot it.
Well, even with that, I've noticed I used to not talk about numbers. I felt guilty for talking about numbers. And I can trace it back to one particular moment when I was, I think, 20, and I shared a screenshot. Like, this might have not been even a big deal, but for me, it hit a little bit different. I shared payments coming through. Like, I was just getting started with my video business, had clients paying me. I was excited. And I shared it on my story and I said, like, client payments coming in, and then did a series of talking stories after that saying like, how anything is possible. I finished high school last year. I'm doing this for the first time. I have no idea what I'm doing in the grand scheme of things, and I'm still able to make this work, and how cool that is.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got roasted for that. I got people making parodies of it. And I was like,
parodies? It's a lot of effort.
I know. And so,
just a kid sharing something you're proud of, something you've done.
Yeah. And maybe it's the Aussie culture. Maybe it's, look, fair enough. I was pretty roast worthy back then as well. I was just getting started. I watched my old stories back when I was going through them a while ago. I'm like, oh, brother, why are you putting that up? Why are you talking like a Gary Vee, bro? You just started. Chill out.
I thought of one actually that happened the other day. You guys have probably got this too. It's like the typical, why you, if you're so rich, if you're doing so well financially, why are you selling courses? And like, the thing is I feel like it could be pretty obvious, but like half the reason we do what we do, we genuinely, whether you believe it or not, we want to help people. Like, we know that what this has created in our lives, and we would love to see this happen for other people. And then the other side is like, this is a business and we want to make more money, you know? So it's like, in the end of the day, why we're selling courses is because we have something that works. We know if we teach it, we can make other people money and then also make us more money. And it's like, that's just the reality of it. And I don't know why that's so hard for people to understand.
Yeah, it's a business attached with a purpose.
Yeah.
It's like, why not? If you got the choice to build a business, why not build a business that can benefit other people as well?
And the thing is like, every single person that comments, like, did they go to school? I bet you they went to school. I bet you their parents paid whatever school fees for that. Like, what was the purpose of that? You know? So,
boom.
Yeah. Unless you didn't go to school.
Take that mainstream education.
But no, I just think like, you know, you pay for education to better your life, and someone is going to make money out of it.
That's very true. Yeah.
It's the real world, right? That's it.
There you go. Yeah, I feel that too. And people always think that they'll have enough, but I'm sure if anyone in any position, if you presented them the opportunity to make more and you had the available time to do it, because we always talk about e-com brand building as not consuming your life.
That's right.
You build a brand so you have the time freedom as well, not just financial and location. So you end up left with all this time because you've built really good businesses that solve a problem, and they're to a degree automated, never fully. There's always a degree you have to look over things, but you're not consumed by it. So then I know when we were sitting there in that apartment in Dubai in 2023, we all had that similar feeling. We sat there, it's like late afternoon, and we've kind of done our work for the day. And we're sitting there having conversations, and it's like, why don't we teach people this?
You know the other thing as well, like as we know, e-commerce can be quite isolating. It's not a very social way to make money. You're not going into an office, meeting people, connecting with people. And one amazing thing about Freedom Club for all of us is like we've been able to throw events, we've been able to meet our students. Like there's a lot more human interaction, which just creates so much more purpose in all of our lives.
Fun to build a community like that as well.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
We've had such good time. Such good times.
It's been good.
Such a fun business to build.
Yeah.
It's only just the start as well.
Yeah.
It's just the start.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide. So moving on to the next, naughtiest thing you've eaten this week. What have you been indulging in? What have you been hiding?
Oh, on the plane ride over here.
What did you have?
There was this naughty, she had a twinkle in her eye, this little redhead air hostess.
It's crazy.
And she offered me a chocolate, and I was like, oh, no, it's all right. If you give me one, I won't be able to stop. I have no self-control when it comes to chocolate. And she came back with 4 of them and just put them next to me. And I was like, why would you do that?
She wants to fatten you up.
And she just laughed. She just laughed with this cheeky little smile. And she came back 2 more times with more chocolate. It was like she was having fun
She's
with
enjoying this.
Yeah.
She was like, you said no, here's more.
I felt so sick because I ate them as quickly as I could. And they're pretty rich, those little things.
Bro, imagine like someone trying to give you a drink. You go, look, I'm sorry, I'm an alcoholic. I can't handle it. She's like, just bringing you whiskeys and stuff. You're like, yeah. Wow, now I just relapsed. Thank you.
Yeah. That's my naughtiest recently, I think.
Chocolate indulgence. How about you, Will?
Naughtiest. Okay, so I was with my cousin Celine the other night. We came back to mine and watched the tennis. And I went into...
Good game, by the way.
Oh my God,
final?
the Roland Garros Grand Final.
Yeah.
I watched it live. Alcaraz had 4 match points against him, or 3 match points, whatever it was. Yeah. And 2 sets down, and then 1. Anyway, it's insane. But yeah, so we got a tub of ice cream. I got back, watched the tennis, ate the tub, and passed out. But yeah, it was just a whole tub to myself. So it's pretty naughty.
Passed out after ice cream.
Yeah.
That's the best kind of pass
out. Wow. When I have ice cream, I'm like laser. It stimulates me so much sugar.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Puts me into a coma. Let's go.
I'm more on the coma angle than the overstimulated angle.
I can drink 8 shots of coffee, but if I have a tub of ice cream, I'm bouncing off the walls.
Ready to hit the clubs.
Ready to hit the clubs.
And then get a really big headache.
I remember that. That's true.
Okay, my naughtiest one, I just got back from a trip to the Maldives for my girlfriend's birthday. And the minibar, look, some hotels, I'd say their minibar system, not very efficient. You know, maybe they refill it, maybe they don't. Maybe it's there, maybe it isn't to begin with. This one was there, and was it there? Okay. And did they refill it quickly? I'm talking multiple times a day. Like I would have the Pringles at 10 a.m. Don't judge me. And then by 2 p.m. there's more Pringles. And then by 6 p.m. I'm like, what am I meant to do
bottomless
here?
Pringles.
Bottomless Pringles. And put pistachios. Will's allergic to nuts.
Hey, we don't say that word.
And chocolate. It just kept going. So I don't think it's a single naughty thing, but there was like a room service bill where it was $100 US for the day just from Pringles and chocolate. So got a bit naughty.
That's impressive. Just quickly, not to take too much time, but have you noticed that these days hotel rooms don't fill up the minibar as much? Have you guys noticed that?
I have. I thought I was just losing it.
No.
That's just such a stupid thing to say.
What's your favorite line, Will?
Oh, yeah. Nobody touched the minibar. It's a f***ing ripoff.
Is that off The Dictator? How did you know I was thinking that? Bro, I can't believe you knew I was thinking that. Oh my God. That's hilarious, bro.
Okay. Oh my goodness. So let's quickly got to wrap up this episode, but we're going to talk about the student of the week. So D and Paul. They've been coming to the calls for a long time. About 3 weeks ago, they put up a post saying they hit silver. And then a week later, they put up one saying they officially hit gold.
Wow, in a week.
And I think this is what happens most of the time. It's a silver, gold, blue, quick progression. And for anyone who has no idea what I'm talking about, we have tiers in our program and community. So based on how much monthly profit you're generating with your store after launching it, that's the badge that you have. And so D and Paul hit gold. Gold is 10K a month in profit. They were at silver, 5K a month in profit, and they went from 5 to 10K pretty quickly. And I think that's pretty indicative of what happens. It's like you find the winner, you see some great results, it starts picking up. You're going to do it. Look, you think the difference between the two, it's an extra, 150, just over that dollars a day in extra profit.
Yeah.
So it's not a crazy, crazy difference. So then, if you've got a winner, it's pretty easy to go from one to the other if you stick with it. So congrats to D and Paul, sticking with it. Gold,
well
students of the week. Students of the week. Now let's wrap up this episode. And now we're going to talk sauce. We always talk sauce. For anyone who watched season 1, end of every episode, it's either life sauce, e-com sauce, something else. What's something you learned, something you want to share with the people that gets them going?
What do you got on this?
God, I'm thinking. I was trying to think of life sauce. I feel like life's been interesting lately. You guys have something on the tip of your tongue?
What do you got, Austin?
Something that I've been feeling this week is that God puts certain people or things in your life when he knows you're ready for it. And all the hustling and pushing I was doing when I was first starting and the big goals that I had, I wasn't ready to hit them yet, which is why I didn't achieve them. So no matter how much time I was putting in or the ridiculous hours I felt like I was putting in back then when I was first starting, I wasn't worthy of hitting the big goals yet. I needed to have time to reach those. And I think that just comes back to patience. I was very impatient at the start. And now working with lots of students, I think we've passed like 28,000 now. A lot of them have this impatience at the start and they're frustrated when things don't happen this week, tomorrow. Like most of the time, it's going to take longer than you think, but that doesn't mean it's not worth it. It just means that it requires time. Because if it was easy and took 4 days and everyone was rich, then it just wouldn't be as valuable, wouldn't be as worthy. If everyone could just flick a switch and have an ultra profitable online business in 2 days, then everyone would be rich. And that's just not how it works. That's my sauce for the week. Be patient.
I've got one. Call it sauce or something that I've learned recently. I feel like about being more open-minded. I always thought within myself that I was quite open-minded. And recently, shout out to Mila, I now have a girlfriend. Okay. So just so everyone knows.
Boom.
But I think what's really amazing in a relationship where you both like teach each other things and bring out the best in each other. And recently, like she's the most open-minded person I think I've ever met. And I realized by spending time with her, not only do I need to be more open-minded, but how much it's already starting to change my life, and not just personally, but in business. And it's like sometimes you get stuck in, you just think a certain way and you get used to it. And it's almost like in the background, like you don't even know what's happening. And then, I don't know, you start just thinking about things differently. And so far, it's just made such a big difference, again, with family, with business, and with my relationship. So yeah, being open-minded is a bit of sauce.
Nice, brother.
Something that got brought to my attention recently is I've always been quite strong mentally with sort of controlling the either positive or negative thoughts in my head. Lately, I realized there was a few areas in my life where I'd sort of been slipping on it and sort of not keeping up my own habits that I usually do. And Louis actually brought it to my attention. There was something that I was just unconsciously talking negatively about in my own life. And then he was like, bro, isn't your thing like 1 negative thought, 5 positive? He's like, what are you doing there? And he pulled me up on it. And I went, oh my gosh, that is my thing. So my source would be always control your lens or your perspective, because the way you view something is the way you're going to see it. And you are completely in control of how you view everything. So if you want to control the world around you, control the way you see it.
Great way to finish.
I like
Great way
that.
to finish.
Also, just quick, 1 negative thought, 5 positive thoughts. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you should use that, big guy. Write that down. Write that
Where's my
down.
notepad?
Write that down.
Wednesday night, 6 p.m.
Josh's mindset goal.
Yeah,
Thank you, everybody. Wrapping up episode 1, season 2. It's in the books. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you back next Friday.
All right.
Thank
See
you.
later, guys.
See
See
ya.
you guys.